Looking at this coin Bitcoin price action, we can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin looks like preparing itself for a very interesting move. A move which could bring the price of Bitcoin near to a new all-time high and even higher. So when is it going to happen? Is it going to happen today, tomorrow, after the FOMC, or when is it expected? So before we dive into the content and start talking about all of the scenarios that I've prepared for you guys, please do me a favor and destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. Now before we jump into the price action, first let's look at the next FOMC meeting, which is going to take place in just 2 days. Yes guys, this FOMC meeting will be playing a very important role, but as of now, if we look at the target rate probabilities for 18 June 2025 Fed meeting, almost around 96.7% are expecting the rate to remain as it is. Yes, the current rate is around 425, 450. So I personally think the Fed might keep the rate as it is. I'm not expecting a massive sell-off. I think we have already digested that the upcoming FOMC meeting, we are not going to see any rate cut, which has already priced in. That means any sort of a pullback, but Bitcoin remaining above 100,000 will be just a temporary pullback, and we are expecting this continuation to continue, because according to this CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator, this is our private indicator, you can see Bitcoin is still in a buy zone, and any sort of a pullback, just like what happened here during uptrend, our indicator will be holding the price. So that's why as long as the price remains above 100,000, this CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator will be holding the price. And to those individuals asking me, where can I get this indicator, guys? The indicators are free. Not just only the CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator, even the bottom indicator is absolutely free. You can simply join our Telegram group. I have shared all the source codes there, so feel free to join my Telegram group. Feel free to claim this indicator. And now, beside this support from CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator, our indicator, Bitcoin also found support at this June CPR, which I showed you on my previous video. I have been very clear with you guys. Bitcoin remaining above June CPR means we are expecting this uptrend to continue. Despite some sideways movement, fake out, we are expecting this uptrend to continue if the price remains above this CPR line. And yesterday, when the price of Bitcoin showed some pullback, you can see this is exactly where we came. This is exactly price found support. So that's why this trend line, along with our indicator, CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator, will be acting as very strong support for Bitcoin, and remaining above that range means R1 line will be our first bullish target, which sits around 113,000, also marking a new all-time high. R2 line sits around 121,900, or let's say 122,000, and the no-brainer price target around 131,000 for the month of June. Yes guys, remaining above this CPR means we are expecting this uptrend to continue. And not just only the support from this CryptoAnup buy-sell indicator, support from this June CPR, we also tested the previous resistance line here in a weekly time frame. I showed you this couple of times in my video. In a bigger picture, a pullback around the previous resistance is absolutely normal, because the same line which previously rejected us will be looked as support because the price is above it. So in our case, since the price of Bitcoin is above this horizontal trend line, you can see by simply remaining above it, could be preparing ourselves for a continuation, which might look somehow like this, just like I shown here in the example, because each and every time whenever the price broke out of the upper trend line from this ascending triangle, you can see we had a very bullish move. So same thing is expected. So for this bullish continuation to play out, what must the price do in the medium short term? We just need to remain above the CPR trend line, or above 100,000, because remaining above that price range means, even according to this falling wedge in a weekly time frame, Bitcoin is expected to continue with this uptrend, and the pullback or the sideways movement, the exhaustion what we saw here, will be looked as a temporary exhaustion or a temporary pullback before expecting another move here to the upside. So it doesn't matter whichever scenario look at it, Bitcoin remaining above 100,000 is considered bullish, which could be preparing ourselves for a continuation, which might look somehow how like this. So please guys, please do not worry even if the price in the media short term starts showing weakness. I have been very clear with you, any sort of a pullback but price remaining above 100,000 could be giving us a buying opportunity. And even according to descending broadening wedge, you can see Bitcoin's price objective sits in between $130,000 $140,000. So the upcoming days for Bitcoin actually looks very bullish. And now if you look at this price action here in a 4-hour time frame, nothing has changed. I showed you this yesterday. The upper trend line was acting as resistance, whereas the lower trend line were acting as support. So yesterday when the price of Bitcoin had a pullback, you can see we tested the support around this lower trend line, which held us, also resulting in a relief rally. So if we manage to remain above this trend line, then just like as shown here in an example, we are expecting this symmetrical triangle pattern to play out bullish. Yes guys, symmetrical pattern could be bearish, could be bullish, right? The bias is neutral. But if we see price breaking out of the upper trend line, which is going to be around 110,000, then I am actually expecting this uptrend to continue, where the price will be making a new all-time high and also testing the first R1 line. And for us, if the price tests the first R1 line for the month of June, then we know even the upcoming month, July, will be bullish. Yes, you heard that correctly, guys. Price making a new all-time high, testing this R1 line means we are expecting this uptrend to continue and even the month of July to be bullish. And not just only this, even in a bigger time frame, I have been very clear with you guys. Any sort of a pullback could be giving us a buying opportunity, because in a bigger picture, Bitcoin looks very bullish. I showed you this with pre-halving, post-halving shakeout. Whenever the price of Bitcoin was following this expansion trend line, right, you can see, and went through the halving, it has turned very bullish. So that's why in our case, we went to the first halving, second halving, third halving, and also the fourth halving. And now, just like here after the halving, we are still holding this rising trend line. So in the past price action after the halving, holding the rising trend line has resulted in some very bullish moves. So same thing is expected to play out in our case as well. So in a bigger picture, any sort of a pullback will be giving us a buying opportunity. And even according to the wider price cycle, we found out that Bitcoin has a room to grow. Yes guys, to form an actual distribution or overbought area. First, we are expecting this uptrend to continue, and only after that a reversal in this manner. And for this scenario to play out, Bitcoin must show a continuation to the upside. And any sort of a pullback, I mean, if the worst case starts playing out, instead of a bullish continuation like this, Bitcoin it's lower, what in that case, again, nothing is going to change. Even if the price starts showing weakness, gets attracted towards this lower trend line, it will be looked as a temporary pullback, and price of Bitcoin after that is expected to show a blow off top type of movement. Yes guys, I personally think Bitcoin, looking the different time frame, looking the different scenarios, looks very bullish. So these were some of the quick update that I wanted to share with you in this video. And guys, if you haven't destroyed the like button, then do it right now. And to those individuals who have not claimed this free bonus welcome reward from Bybit, then definitely check the video description, because these events are temporary. And if you are an experienced trader who want to take advantage of this market volatility and trade with free money, then the time to act is now. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye-bye.